Let us speak to Marc Rickli, who's the head of global risk at the Geneva Centre for Security Policy. He joins us from Geneva. Welcome to the programme, sir. Give us a little more context on this, if you would. On the face of it, it is a terrible accident. And when you couple it with the shooting down of the Ukrainian airliner back in January, it really doesn't look good, does it?
Well, for the IRGC, the president, that doesn't look good indeed, because they were already at the source of the downing of the Ukrainian civil aircraft earlier in January. To put that in context, you have to say that this accident as the context of the standoff between the United States and Iran that started when President Trump decided to withdraw from the so-called nuclear deal 2 years ago, but that actually increased in intensity a year ago. And since then, we have seen constant harassment on both sides.
Yeah, and as a backdrop to that, you have Donald Trump's most recent tweet instructing the US Navy to destroy any ship that harasses US boats.
Yes, indeed. A month ago, you had about 11 small boats, Iranian boat from IRGC that actually harassed some U.S. Navy boats. And a week later, President Trump tweeted that he would basically destroy any Iranian boat that would harass U.S. Navy boats. So this is part of the standoff of U.S. and Iran. And obviously, since the killing of General Soleimani earlier this year, it looks like the U.S. have the upper hand. But still, Iran is still trying to signal to the United States that they still have the means to be a player in the region.
And this projection of power that our correspondent Zain Bezravi was talking about, to what degree are military exercises going on in the Gulf? And what are the dangers of miscalculation given the presence of US warships in the Arabian Gulf?
Well, the issue of miscalculation is always there, because, you know, especially in the Strait of Hormuz, it's a very narrow waterways. In that case, there was no risk of escalation, rather a domestic issue. One ship was sunk by another one because the missile looked down on the ship and not on the target. But yeah, you could imagine that if another ship would have passed close by, it could have led to an accident. And what is very important here is that any incident, because the situation is so volatile, could actually lead to further escalation. And that is a real issue here.
All right, Marc Rickli, I do appreciate your perspective on this. Thanks very much indeed. That's Marc Rickli from the Geneva Centre for Security Policy.
Thank you.